Hello and welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another video, and this time, as the tournament has finally concluded, I wanted to take a few moments to go through some of the most notable and impactful moments of this finals series between the Thumpers and the Buzzwings. So we'll go through each game, pick out a couple of highlights that made a difference in this game, and then we'll go ahead and work through the league leaders and take a look at some of the other stats that occurred during this tournament. So let's start with game one. So game one's pitching matchup featured two very interesting pitchers. For the Thumpers, it was their S tier Bruce Wishwash, their ace, and for the Buzzwings, it was their number two pitching Montgomery Landry. So we expected it to be a low-scoring game for Landry. Maybe he would make a few mistakes against that potent Thumpers offense, but the scoring actually started in the bottom of the third by the Buzzwings against Bruce Wishwash. So let's take a look at how it all began with an error from Maxton Myers at first base. Bench roll in this tournament so far after starting, and he grounds out immediately to first base, but Maxton Myers tosses over to second base, and Joe Tent. So that error left two on for Tandy Saunders, one of the most unlikely of sources of run production for the Buzzwings, but he took advantage of the opportunity and hit a base hit down the left field line for a runner to score against Bruce Wishwash. Runners are safe, and now Rally Stopper gets activated for Bruce Wishwash, and everything's maxed out pretty much. But Tandy Saunders gets his first hit as he puts that down the line, and the runner is going to score, and another one goes to third, and now we see that, oh my goodness, Tandy Saunders, of all people, comes up huge with a base hit down the left field line, scoring. But Bruce was not able to get the rally to stop as Liam Undermeyer comes up and gets another base hit, this one past the diving Maxton Myers for another runner to score, that being the second run of the inning for the Buzzwings, and a great opportunity that they were able to take advantage of after that error from the first baseman. The captain's been big all tournament long. Can he make a big moment happen here? And he pulls that one just past Maxton Myers at first base, and another run scores against the daunting Bruce Wishwash. Fast forward down at the top of the sixth, there's a runner on first base, and Worry Habibi is in, trying to close the door on any chance at a Thumpers rally, and she does not like the threat of Ginger Munster at first base, so she's going to go ahead and pick her off, or attempt to at least, and all hell breaks loose. Here in the top of the sixth, the Buzzwings are just trying to get out of this with a win. Oh no, and oh geez, Worry Habibi tries to check on the runner, and she throws it right over the first baseman's head and into the dugout to advance the runner into scoring position, and now RBI Hero gets activated, and Kayla Cara tosses over to Habibi for out number one, but the runner advances to third base, and that is the tying runner. Coming to the plate for Caleb Thompson, who's now tense, and batting from the left side. Ace Exterminator offsets that a little bit, but Habibi, who's now tense, also needs to settle in here, and this might be a good time to pull the pitcher. Oh, great diving play from Carter. Only able to get the out at second base, and the runner scores to tie the game. So the Thumpers managed to fight back into this one. It's now tied 2-2 going into the bottom of the sixth, and we speed up to the point where it's now 2 on and 2 outs for Kayla Carter, whose goal is to try and finish this game before going into extra innings, and she does just that with a base hit up the middle, scoring the winning run. Here is how the game ended. On first and third, this would be a huge opportunity for the Buzzwings to steal one at home. Little Hack activates, and Kayla Carter comes through with a base hit, and that's the game winner. The Buzzwings win on a base hit up the middle. So the Buzzwings managed to do the improbable. They hand the Thumpers their first loss of the tournament. They also defeat Bruce Wishwash, the S-tier starter and ace of the Thumpers. They now head to game two, trying to find any way possible for them to win this game and head to the Bingana Bowl with a chance to sweep the Thumpers. Let's take a look at game two now. So as we turn to game two, we go from one game that was a pitcher's duel between these two teams over to one that had so much more offense. And it started right out of the gate as the Thumpers jumped on the Buzzwing starter Alfredo Knox for a few runs in the top of the first inning. Here's how that scoring continued through Ginger Munster. With no outs and runners on first and second for Ginger Munster, and Alfredo Knox is not a ace pitcher. He's a B plus. So Ginger Munster does not get ace exterminator. It doesn't matter. She stays hot. Liam Untermeyer gets that one, and Kayla Carter cuts it off. So what a way to start this is 4 runners reach base and 2 runs score already. So the scoring started early for the Thumpers, but it took all the way until the 4th inning before we saw the Buzzwings start to get things going. And one of the surprising bats in this tournament was Kamari Butler, not from how well he did, but from how much he struggled. However, in this game, he made up for it in a big way with this, the first of his 2 home runs in this game, this being the 2-run shot in the bottom of the 4th inning. Brown. And Kamari Butler hits that ball hard left center field, and that is going to stay up and get out of here. First home run of the tournament for Kamari Butler. He comes up huge in that situation, and that's a 2-run homer, 397 for Kamari Butler. His first home run and second RBI. His only 2 RBIs of this tournament happened in that swing of the bat, and it is a 4-3 ball game. So we go through the order, come back to Kamari Butler, now in the bottom of the 6th inning with the Buzzwings down by 1 and 1 out. And Kamari Butler comes up huge with his second home run of the game, really second home run of the tournament. And this was what saved the game for the Buzzwings as he's able to tie it and force extra innings. What a moment for him. Takes ball 2 inside, 2-2 count, 1 out. Kamari Butler hits that ball hard. It's going to deep center field. Is it going to stay up? And it gets out of here. Archie Sormer jumps up and it goes right past his glove. That one stayed low. I didn't know if it had enough to get out. And Kamari Butler comes up huge once again with his second home run of the game. And he ties it up in the bottom of the 6th. But I'm sure you know the drill by now. If Ginger Munster is playing in a game, the other team better be worried and better be careful. And Class Thicket was not careful here in the top of the 7th with the game tied at 4, 2 runs on and 1 out, and Ginger Munster comes up huge with a 3-run shot that looked like it was going to be the dagger for the Buzzwings in game 2, which didn't end up being the case, but a huge moment for Ginger Munster here. Zeke Green, once again, is at shortstop. That ball hit hard, deep left center field for Ginger Munster, and that ball is out of here. She did it again. She comes up huge. She gets a 3-run shot here in the top of the 7th inning in extras, and she puts this game at 7-4. Thumpers lead. Boy, was this game crazy because no team wanted to give this one up. And now with a 3-run lead for the Thumpers, they thought that they had a safe opportunity to close this one out. But Liam Untermeyer has other things to say about it. As in the bottom of the 7th with a runner on second base, he comes up huge with a home run for himself to answer back to Ginger Munster's big shot in the top of the inning. Takes ball 2 low, 2-2 count. And that one from Liam Untermeyer goes dead center field into the batter's eye for a 2-run homer. And this game is going to be, oh my gosh, I can't even believe this. That's a 2-run shot to put this game at 7-6. Untermeyer, the captain, comes up. So if the Buzzwings wanted a chance to win this game, they needed to score at least 1 more run, and Jillian Fisher comes up in a moment where she has an opportunity to tie this up, and that's exactly what she does with a base hit. down the left field line, and it actually bounces off of Isabella Bullseye's glove, allowing the runner from second base to score.
Fights another one off. What a battle here from Jillian Fisher. And she hits that one down, and it bounces off Isabella Bullseye, and the runner is going to go home. Is he going to score? Yes, he's going to score. Jolly Reeves steals second and then scores on a ball, bounces off of Isabella Bullseye's glove into foul territory, gets enough away from her, and this ball game is tied.
And now the moment that Thumpers fans are dreading to see, the game winner of Game 2, with 2 on and 2 out in the bottom of the 9th inning. Jillian Fisher grounds to shortstop. Joe Tent picks it up, a mundane play every day of the week, but in this moment, Joe Tent, maybe the pressure got to him. He sails the throw over Maxton Meyer's head, and it goes into foul territory, allowing Liam Undermeyer to score all the way from second base to win the game and allow the Buzzwings to take a 2-game lead in the finals. What a moment for the Buzzwings, and what a moment for this tournament.
And he gets 2 strikes now, 2 outs. And Jillian Fisher grounds out to Joe Tent. Joe Tent sails, and it's going to go out of play, and Liam Undermeyer is going to score. And that's the game. The Buzzwings win on an error from Joe Tent on a standard ground ball to shortstop, who sails it over the first baseman. It does not go out of play, but it goes up against the outfield, or the out of play wall, and Liam Undermeyer, with all of his speed, easily scores from third.
So the Buzzwings manage to do it again. They take another game against the Thumpers at home, and now they turn to the Bengata Bowl with a chance to sweep the Thumpers after they have swept 2 teams in this tournament. So we'll transition over to the highlights of Game 3 to see how that one played out. So we get to Game 3, and it has a lot to live up to after we witnessed a walk-off game-winning hit from Kayla Carter in Game 1, a great pitching matchup there, followed by Game 2 going all the way to the 9th inning and ending on a Joe Tent throwing error. We now get to another great pitching matchup between the ace Mila Levy of the Buzzwings against the number 3 starter Cash Callahan of the Thumpers. And we have to fast forward all the way to the top of the 5th before we see any runs scored in this one, and it starts with the Buzzwings, and we get to the 3rd run of the game that was scored in that inning, a base hit from Kamari Butler. Take a look at this one.
Able to get the speedy Undermeyer at first base, so he is able to make it through, and then Kamari Butler comes up huge as he gets a base hit through the left field foul line. Caleb Thompson was not able to get to that one in time, and another runner.
So the Buzzwings managed to score 3 in the top of the 5th, and that was really the motivation that the Thumpers needed here with their backs against the wall. They're down 3-0 in the bottom of the 5th, and Caleb Thompson comes up big with a 2-run homer to right field, pushing the Thumpers right back into this game.
Get out of play. 0-2 count, 1 out, takes ball 1 outside. And that ball is dropped right into his zone, and he makes her pay for it. Mila Levy makes a mistake there. We talked about making some of those mistakes, and Caleb Thompson hits that 453 with Ginger Munster on base, and this is a 3-2 ball.
And if we're going to talk mistakes, we definitely have to bring up Joe Tent. He got benched after his throwing error in Game 2, but here he comes pinch hitting in the bottom of the 6th inning with no outs. With the Buzzwings up 3-2, Joe Tent comes up huge, potentially making up for his error in Game 2. Take a look.
2 to win, and Callan Giles gets pulled for Tent's Joe Tent, who has rally starter activated here against Worry Habibi, and Tent puts the first ball over the fence for a home run, a solo shot. Why would we bring in our closer in a situation like that? Why wouldn't we do that? I don't know. Don't ask me. Ask the manager.
And as you could tell, I was extremely frustrated with the management of the bullpen in this game, and I had every right to be, as we know that the scoring didn't stop there. Archie Sormore comes up with a runner on, and he finishes this game in grand fashion.
with one out, and Archie Sormore, all he has to do is put the ball into the outfield, and with the speed of Myers, should get the run scored, and he hits that ball. That's going to be the game winner, folks, as he hits that one out to dead center. That's a 2-run homer for Archie Sormore, and the Thumpers come from the brink of elimination to win this one 5-3 against Warri Habibi. And
That's right. The Thumpers fight back on the brink of elimination. They score 5 unanswered runs, winning the game 5-3 in the bottom of the 6th in walk-off fashion. And they have yet to lose a game at the Bengata Bowl in this tournament. So we turn to game 4, trying to see if the Thumpers can continue that streak. The Buzzwings have something to say about it, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at that one next. Wow, this series has been such a great way for this tournament to end. The two teams have been fighting tooth and nail for this championship, and we've seen great pitching matchups between Game 1 and Game 3 being low-scoring outings for both teams. We've seen Game 2 go all the way to the 9th inning with a really high-scoring matchup between these two, and we'll see something very similar here in Game 4. As we get started, we're going to pick ourselves up in the bottom of the 2nd inning after the Buzzwings managed to score 1 run in the top of the 1st. The Thumpers respond back very quickly with this home run from Knox Horn. The solo shot ties the game in the bottom of the 2nd.
And now Knox Horn comes up in the 6th spot. He is in neutral mojo. He has been hot for most of this tournament. And there he is, hitting the ball to deep center field. Liam Undermeyer right back there, and that's going to get out of here, just out of the reach of Liam Undermeyer in center field. And Knox Horn, who's been hot most of the tournament, does it again, 434 feet.
Well, the Buzzwings didn't like that home run from Knox Horn, so Landon Stone comes around in the top of the 3rd and immediately responds with a solo shot of his own, again allowing the Buzzwings to take the lead, and they really want this game. They're trying to finish the Thumpers off before they get to Game 5.
Brand new ball game, as this will be his 40th pitch here in the 3rd inning, and Landon Stone hits that ball hard to deep right field, and it's going to carry and get out of here into the Thumpers bullpen. Landon Stone wakes up and he hits that ball hard, 425 to one of the deepest parts of the park in right center field, and that is a huge solo shot from him.
So after the quick scoring there in the first couple of innings, we fast forward to the bottom of the 5th. We did see a RBI double from Keegan Howell of the Buzzwings to extend the lead to 3-1. But here in the bottom of the 5th inning, Goodwin comes up and he ties this up with one swing of the bat. His 2-run homer gives the Thumpers the tie and makes this game even closer than the Buzzwings would like.
Safely. 1-1 count with 2 outs. And he hits that ball hard. Ryan Goodwin, and that ball is going to get out of here just over the top of the center field fence. And Ryan Goodwin, the 10th DH, hits that 440 feet to tie this game 3.
So after allowing the Thumpers to tie it up in the bottom of the 5th, the Buzzwings wanted to keep their foot on the gas. So after an RBI single from Jillian Fisher, Landon Stone comes up, and he's had himself a pretty big game here. He's got 2 on with 1 out, and he hits a huge double to let both of those runners score. That pushes this lead to 6-3 and really gives them an opportunity to try and close this one out in the bottom of the 6th and win themselves this tournament.
Now, and now 2-2 count for Landon Stone. The runners are going, and that ball goes to left center field. Is it going to get all the way to the wall? It is. Landon Stone hits that ball all the way to left center field. He decides to stop at second base, but that is a bases clearing double for Stone with the 2-2 count with 1 out and 2 runs.
So with a huge 3-run top of the 6th for the Buzzwings, they take a 3-run lead heading into the bottom of the 6th, 3 outs away from winning this tournament, and they turn to Luke Santiago to try and close the door instead of their closer. And they have to face off against a Thumpers lineup that will not give up without a fight. So we start here with Ginger Munster leading off, and she does exactly what you expect she would do. Lead off solo shot from her, and this game is far from over, folks.
Pitcher or hitters against Luke Santiago, who immediately gives up a solo shot to Ginger Munster. And oh my goodness, we have yet to see the Buzzwings closer come into a game. And these are the scenarios in which you should be doing that. And Ginger Munster made Luke Santiago pay for.
So after the leadoff homer from Ginger Munster and a few mistakes from the fielding of the Buzzwings, we find ourselves in a situation with 2 outs, 2 on, and 1 run away from tying this game are the Thumpers, and Maxton Myers comes up huge with a base hit here. Great speed on second, easily scores on the hit, and this game is all tied up. We're going to be going to extra innings.
Takes ball 1 low. Class Ticket trying to end this game in this tournament right now. He gets another foul, so they're down to their last strike with 2 outs, 1-2 count, and he hits that ball over his head. Kamari Butler comes up. The runner is going to try and score, and the runner does score on that one on the base hit from Maxton Myers.
So these two teams have just been trading punches back and forth, and that brings us to extra innings. And in the top of the 7th, with 2 outs and 2 runners in scoring position, Jillian Fisher comes up with one of the biggest hits of her entire career, a huge double to left center field, scoring both of those runs and putting the Buzzwings at a 2-run advantage going into the bottom of the 7th here in the Bengata Bowl, Game 4.
The Buzzwings, but a huge opportunity for Odin Soto to get out of this one. And Jillian Fisher gets that one over to the shortstop. That's going to go all the way to the wall to the left center field. 2 runners score on Jillian Fisher's huge 2-out double, and this is an 8-6 ball game. This is the most insane series I have ever seen. I cannot believe the way that these games are going.
Well, the Buzzwings, won't make it easy on themselves. As we head to the bottom of the 7th, the Thumpers manage to score another run, but it finally ends for them as the fight, the finish, it all comes to this moment right here. Class Ticket against Caleb Thompson, and he gave it a ride, but did not hit it hard enough, and the Buzzwings are your champions.
That one off, full count, 2 outs. And he hits that ball hard to left field, and ranging back is Kamari Butler catching it to win this tournament. The Buzzwings gave the Thumpers every opportunity to win this game. And the Thumpers took almost all of those opportunities, but in the end, the Buzzwings, who had been just fighting all tournament long, they didn't make it easy on themselves, but they managed to win this.
So the Buzzwings win it all. They are the first winner and champion of the Elite Discord tournament, and this has been so much fun. You couldn't have asked for a more entertaining tournament. You could not have asked for a more entertaining series. This series between the Buzzwings and the Thumpers, every game either ended in a walk-off win or extra innings. And that has been so much fun to commentate. I hope it was just as much fun for all of you to watch. We are not done just yet. I am going to take a few moments to go over the league leaders as well as reviewing the stats from both of those two teams. And then in a separate video, I'm excited to announce that I'm going to put together a bit of an all-star game. This is going to be a game showcasing the best performing players from this tournament that are going to face off in a one-game matchup, a exhibition game between the Elite Discord tournament top tier players versus the SMB best of the best. So I can't wait for that game to see how that all plays out. But first, let's go ahead and finish this video by looking at some of those statistics. So the tournament is over and the Buzzwings win. And with that, we are going to go ahead and take a look at the league leaders from this tournament, as well as review the roster and the statistics for the Buzzwings and the Thumpers team in more detail. So I won't go through everything here. Just want to make sure that we can look at everything together so you have the information in front of you to review and let me know what stands out to you the most. I will tell you,
What you will see here is Liam Undermeyer is the number one player from this tournament, and it makes sense if you watched all of these games, especially the ones that he played in. Really few stood out as much as he did, and then Jillian Fisher, who ended up with the game-winning hit in this tournament, and the tournament-winning hit, she makes it in the number 2 spot. So some really exciting things from there. You will see that Knox Horn is on here, Archie Soramore, Ginger Munster, and Caleb Thompson all make it in the top 10 as well. And then J.R. Vang, Rose Smile, and Werner Daniel sneak in here as well, even though they did not stay for the entire tournament. Landon Stone stays in the 7th spot, the big 3 hitters for the Buzzwings against the big 4 hitters for the Thumpers. So exciting to see that. Looking at the batting information, Liam Undermeyer leads in batting average for those that qualify. Jillian Fisher and Liam Undermeyer tie in home runs, and Jillian Fisher takes the lead in RBIs. Liam Undermeyer with 5 more RBIs probably would end up winning the batting title from this tournament, but him starting at the top of the order did not have many opportunities to do so. With on-base slugging and OPS, you'll see that Knox Horn streaks through this one, winning all 3 of those categories. Liam Undermeyer kind of hanging out right behind him in most of those instances as well. J.R. Vang had himself a really great tournament performance as well. Liam Undermeyer leads the league in hits with 26. Jillian Fisher has 20, and she's in second place. Liam also has the most extra base hits with 8. Jillian Fisher with 7. Ginger Munster started off really slow. She ended up with 6. She had a huge second part of this tournament. If you've been following along, you know all about it. Strikeouts, Keegan Howell, far and away the league leader in this category. He had a really tough time. Few moments where he snuck back out and figured things out, but for the most part, he struggled. Liam and Jillian runs scored, leading that category. Stolen bases, Liam Undermeyer leads that. However, he also got caught stealing 5 times. Multiple of those were just getting picked off, and the pitchers picking the right time to try and check on him. So really mixed bag when it comes to stealing bases for Liam Undermeyer. Heading over to the pitcher side of things, Class Thicket for the Buzzwings was way overused, and he ended up having 4 wins in this tournament, but he got tired, and they didn't lean on anyone but him throughout this tournament. ERA, Werner Daniel is definitely a cut above the rest in this area. Rose Smile had a really great tournament. Odin Soto, going through the entire tournament all the way through the finals, still manages to only have a 1.42 ERA. And then Zeke Corker for the Thumpers also got 2 saves in this tournament too. So some interesting information there. Whip, Werner Daniel. Opponent batting average, Werner Daniel, and then for strikeouts, you see Bruce Wishwash there with 17, Les Ventura in second with 16, and then Alfredo Knox and Class Thicket with 14 apiece. So some really great stats there. We'll round it out by looking at strikeouts per 9, Werner Daniel there, walks per 9. Everyone but Mila Levy there had not allowed a walk at all. And then strikeouts per walk, Les Ventura led this category, followed by Alfredo Knox and Class Thicket. So with that being said, I'm just going to do a quick little peek at these teams so you can see what the statistics look like. We'll start with the Thumpers. You can see right here, Maxton Myers had himself a pretty solid outing. He did not show the power that they were hoping for. Ryan Goodwin, very streaky player through this tournament, had a few shining spots, but nothing more. Archie did a great job in this tournament. Ginger Munster, probably the unsung hero from this team. Caleb Thompson kind of had a few rough moments, but for the most part held up really well. And Knox Horn, between him and Ginger Munster, absolutely lit up any opposing pitcher. Britt Luna, not that noticeable in this tournament. Francesca Brown had a few bright spots. Isabella Bullseye, not much from her. Joe Tent, tell me how you feel about Joe Tent, because I think that you could go in a lot of different directions with your feedback for him. And then Vip Austin, he started off really hot and then really slowed down for the rest of the tournament. Didn't get a lot of playing time after that. And then Hesto Lang and Callan Giles barely got a chance to perform in this tournament. Bruce Wishwash got a pinch hit opportunity and got a hit on that in that moment. Pitching wise, Cash Callahan, Mackay Botham, and only one start for him. Bruce Wishwash, Les Ventura, your starting rotation, I don't think as dominant as you would have thought they would have been as we looked at their attributes at the beginning of this tournament, but really great pitching staff, and they performed really well overall. Urkel Henry, he had 3 games that he appeared in, 4 total innings, did not allow a run to score, at least an earned run. He did not allow an earned run to score. He actually lost the game, ironically, because of the extra runner in extra innings that scored to win that game, and he didn't get an earned run for that, but he lost the game, which was really odd. Odin Soto pitched really well. Zeke Corker pitched really well. It was Brianna Gongam and Aria Kelly that struggled in this tournament, and Aria only had one opportunity to show what she could do. Taking a look at the Buzzwings now, similar story. A few players that stood out a lot, and then everyone else kind of struggled. So Jillian and Liam cut above the rest here. Landon Stone had a really great tournament too. I'd say that Kayla Carter came on really strong, really way late, but she did come on and she had a big tournament against the Thumpers. Kamari Butler, he started to figure it out there again towards the end. Keegan Howell struggled a lot, had a few bright spots. That's about it. Pork Nelson hit the ball like crazy, 11 singles and 5 walks, so he was getting on base, but he was not showing any of the power that we saw from him. He was not an RBI hero at all. Only 1 RBI. It was in the first game, and it was a sacrifice fly. So really interesting situation for him. Furtive Wood and his in his time playing, produced really well. Tessa North struggled at third base, had a few bright spots, but nothing more there. Then Zeke and Chevelle Friendly, Jolly Reeves, not much on the batting side of things. Tandy Saunders had 2 hits, but they were 2 very big hits and big moments for the Thumpers. And Godfrey Shavewell, the dual catcher pitcher, he did not produce very well behind the, or I'm sorry, at the plate. He did play pretty well behind the plate, though. Speaking of Shavewell, he leads the team in ERA with a 3.77. He pitched really well from the 4th spot in the rotation. Landry toughed out a few outings. Mila Levy pitched really well. Alfredo Knox, I think they just kind of stayed in too long, as you've heard me say over and over again. Class Thicket was clearly the biggest performer for the Thumpers. He appeared in, or I'm sorry, for the Buzzwings. He appeared in 8 games. Wari Habibi showed up in 5. Earl Longbottom only threw in 3 games, but he had like 1 bad outing and then started to recover just a little bit. Luke Santiago, 1 appearance and did not do well in his, but he was in a tough position. And Bam Hatchford, the closer, plenty of opportunities to use him. He did not get used once. And you've heard my frustrations and my venting sessions about the fact that they didn't use him, but that's it. That's what we saw. So the last thing we're going to do with this first round of the tournament is going to be a exhibition matchup. So we're going to face off between an all-star team of this Elite Discord tournament, best players from all these different teams being brought together to face off against this Super Mega Baseball League players, the best of the best in that league. So of course you're going to see your Hanley Dexteras in there. You're going to see your Slash Trips as well as others. Can't wait to put that game together. It's just a fun exhibition matchup to finish things off. But thank you so much for following along. We do plan to have a second tournament. We're going to make a couple of adjustments to these teams and this structure, but we're going to pretty much put the same thing out there again. I hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any feedback of things that we can change for the next one, and I look forward to seeing you all next time. Bye, everyone.